Well, you're up early.
Yeah. Guess I want to get to the bottom of Teresa's claim just as much as my mother does.
Oh, well, don't forget about my mother. She's all up in arms about the fact that Teresa's announcing that she's Julian's rightful widow and heir. Have you found anything?
Well, not a whole lot. You know, this whole situation's pretty complicated, and it might set a precedent.
Oh, you mean Teresa has a leg to stand on?
Well, I'm not sure yet. I mean, it all depends on whether I can prove Julian's island divorce from my mother wasn't binding. And that would mean that Teresa and he were never legally married. Hello? Yeah, Harper. Listen, I've been leaving messages on your service all night. Look, just give it to me straight from one attorney to another. Now, who is Julian's legal widow and heir? Is it my mother, Teresa, or Rebecca?
Hello, Whitney.
Where do you think you're off to?
I'm on my way to the house to have a little talk with Ivy and Rebecca.
You know, I was so hoping that last night was just a temporary lapse of sanity.
What? And give up my rightful place as Julian's widow and all the benefits that go with that title? I don't think so. I can't wait for Ivy and Rebecca to see that I mean business.
I really wish that you would reconsider
Forget
this.
about it. I know what I'm doing.
Do you really? Ivy and Rebecca are ruthless when it comes to money, power, and position. You may think that you can handle this, but this is way out of your league.
I'm Mrs. Julian Crane. Okay, Rebecca's marriage to Julian wasn't even legal.
I really doubt that she sees it that way. I'm warning you, these women are ruthless. And if you think they're gonna roll over and just hand everything to you, then you're very much mistaken.
I don't expect them to just surrender, okay? I think that they're gonna fight, but so what? I'm a fighter too. I've had to fight for everything that I've ever gotten.
Okay, please, reconsider this. These are two venomous snakes, and they will see you dead before they let you win.
Do I make myself clear? Call me the instant the DNA test results are back from the lab, before anyone else is notified. Yes. Ooh. I have enough pain in my life without this.
Good morning, Ivy.
Go to hell, Rebecca.
Is that any way to greet your comrade in arms?
You are not my friend.
Oh, I'm wounded to the quick. Of course, I do guess that I've sort of stirred things up for you a little bit by making everyone suspicious that David Hastings is your hired man.
Well, you better hope the truth doesn't come out, Rebecca. Or you're going to lose more than your iffy standing as Julian's third wife.
Now let's try to set our differences aside, shall we? We have so much in common now. Like stopping Miss Teresa wannabe Crane dead in her tracks.
Hey, I'm so glad you guys could come last minute. And Charity's birthday is really soon, and I want to make it special.
Ooh, well, you know, I couldn't believe when I heard she was up for a party after all.
Well,
Yeah, you and me both. You know, for a while there, it looked like she didn't even care she was turning 18.
oh, really?
Grace. Hey, tell Sam that I returned that wrench that he lent me.
Okay, I'll do that.
What's going on?
Oh, we're planning Charity's birthday party.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, where's Dad?
Well, you know, he really wanted to be here, but with Julian Crane's murder investigation, he's pretty much working around the clock.
Yeah, well, as long as he's here in time for Charity's big birthday bash.
Oh.
You know, tell me you guys really took her seriously last night.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't we?
Okay.
How can you? She's been telling everybody who would listen for weeks that she didn't want a party.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, she said she changed her mind.
And it's her decision. Her cousin's decision. No one else's.
I know that, Mom. Look, all I'm saying, I wouldn't mind for her to have a big blowout. But I don't know how you guys can count on her feeling the same way when the time comes. You've got to admit, she's been running hot and cold lately, guys. If I were you, I wouldn't get my hopes up. You guys should have seen me last night at the Bennett's. I was good.
I take it they still think you're the genuine article?
I was so sweet and nice, I almost made myself sick. They fell for my act, hook, line, and sinker. Except Kay, of course. Ooh, she was steamed when I told Miguel how I wanted to celebrate the big day.
I was hoping you'd thought better of your plan.
Which plan is that, Princess?
The plan that has Zombie doing the nasty with Miguel.
The Oh, that nasty! But Miguel loves the real Charity.
Exactly. Which is why her diabolical doppelganger will be able to seduce him.
Zombies just want to have fun. But nothing. He's cute and I'm in the mood. So what if sleeping with him's gonna kill him?
What's she talking about?
Oh. It's a fact of life, baby cakes. I'm evil and he's not. He does the deed with me and he bites a big one. But you know, at least he'll die with a smile on his face. I could think of a lot worse ways to go.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Ivy and Rebecca are just jealous of me, that's all. I mean, they were just blowing hot air last night, okay? They can't do anything to me. I've got the law on my side.
Okay, we're talking about the Cranes here. They make up their own laws and bend them whichever which way they want so that they win. Teresa, do you honestly think that these women are going to accept being displaced by you?
Well, they're just gonna have to. Whitney, all those women care about is the Crane, money, and standing.
Oh, and you don't?
Yeah, it's a nice perk, but the real reason I'm doing this is to get Ethan back.
Okay, forgive me for being so dense, but how in the world is that supposed to work?
I told you it's complicated.
No, you mean it's evil.
Voila! My deal is sealed. Now you will follow my plan, and Ethan will be yours. This is hell, Teresa, not some fairy tale. Here we pay a hefty price for the sins we commit while alive.
Do you want to hear the rest of my plan or not?
I don't know.
Listen carefully and commit each step to memory.
Think about it, Teresa. You are never going to win Ethan back by going against his mother. Maybe there was a time that he would have chosen you over her, but not now. You're fighting a losing battle.
We need to set aside our differences if we are going to defeat this two-timing gold digger.
Well, I agree. She needs to be stopped.
We stand to lose a great deal here if she succeeds in this claim of hers to be Julian's primary beneficiary.
I stand to lose a great deal, Rebecca. I was married to him all those years. You're merely his ex-floozy.
He wanted to spend the rest of his life with me.
Well, tell it to your shrink if you can still afford one.
Fine. Go ahead. Try to cheat me out of my rightful name and inheritance. I would expect no less from you. But put it aside for now. Look, we need all the energy we can muster to fight this little tramp, or there's going to be nothing left for us to fight over later.
Point taken.
Do you want Ethan to marry Teresa or Gwen?
Gwen, of course.
Then we have no choice.
Why are you so down on your cousin, Kay?
I'm not, Uncle Hank. It's really, really hard to buy into her sudden flip-flop, that's all. I mean, what if she turns mean again right before her birthday?
Kay, I would hardly call her recent behavior mean. Distant, maybe.
Call it whatever you want, Mom. But she hurt Miguel, and I don't want to see that happen again.
Kay, don't worry about me. All right, I can take care of myself. She's just looking out for me, Mrs. Bennett.
That's my sweet Kay. Always thinking of everyone but herself.
Okay, I can appreciate you all having concerns. But Charity is my late sister's daughter, and I love her like my own.
More than your own.
No, and I made a promise after Faith died in that fire, I would do everything I could to make Charity feel like family. I mean, that's why this party is so important.
Then let's do it. Are you in, Kay?
Yeah. That's what everyone else wants.
So why do you think Charity's been so distant lately?
Look, Charity's just upset about her premonitions. I think that if her premonitions would just let up, then maybe she could get back to normal.
I hope so. I'd really like to get to know her the way you all say she used to be. It's funny how I've gone from being an only kid to having this great big happy family.
And what is it, Grace? You're not worried about those DNA tests, are you?
No, it's something else. See, Mom has premonitions too sometimes. You know, like Charity. It's kind of a family thing.
What was this one about?
You know, it was just a quick flash. Like a warning something was about to happen, or that evil was nearby.
But it's a crime against nature. Zombie Charity can't trick Miguel into making love to her.
She most certainly can. And she most certainly will.
But what will the real Charity do when she finds out Miguel is dead?
And how exactly is she going to find out? She's trapped in a block of ice for all of eternity, remember? No. The one who's really going to be bummed is Kay when she finds out, but she really only has herself to blame for conjuring me up in the first place. Poor Kay. She thought she was pulling all the strings.
It goes without saying that Teresa is not in our league. She doesn't stand a chance in hell against the two of us.
Well, that's true. But then when you think about it, who does? Oh, we are going to make mincemeat out of that little tacky taco queen. She is dreaming if she thinks she can usurp my place in my own home.
Or mine. Teresa doesn't have a legal leg to stand on where the Crane money and name are concerned.
I'm afraid she could.
What?
Ethan just got off the phone with Harper.
Yes, it appears Teresa has a decent case.
Well, that's impossible. Harper is a fool.
Actually, he's not, since Teresa can prove that she and Julian consummated their marriage.
What, you mean because of that bastard child she's carrying?
Look, Teresa's baby is Julian's whether we like it or not. And that invalidates their subsequent annulment.
Tell us something we don't know, Ethan.
Well, look, until we can prove that Julian's island divorce from you doesn't stand up in the U.S., well, I'm afraid that Teresa is Julian's legal next of kin with claim to everything he owned.
Then prove that we were never divorced, Ethan. That will negate Teresa's marriage and everything that comes out of her lying mouth. Ethan, please. My entire future hinges on my being Julian's widow. What about me?
How can you possibly think that waging a war against Ivy is going to win you any points with Ethan?
But Julian said...
Oh, I forgot. Your famous bargain with him down in hell.
You don't believe that I was there.
I don't know what to believe anymore. I mean, a year ago, if you would have told me this, I would have had you committed. But after what we've both seen, I guess that anything is possible.
Well, it happened, Whitney, I swear. Okay, I have never been so frightened.
Well, doesn't that tell you anything? I mean, if you're acting on instructions given to you by Julian Crane from hell, then you are doing something wrong. Anything from down there has to be based on some kind of evil.
Well, I didn't have a choice, okay? He said it was my only shot at getting Ethan back.
By going against everything that your mother and the church has ever taught you? Teresa, listen to me. If you do what Julian is telling you to do, then you're going to bring evil back to Harmony. And we both saw what happened to innocent people last time, and who knows what could happen this time. Do you really want that to be on your conscience for the rest of your life?
Like I should care if Miguel's going to die and Kay's going to want to when she finds out. It's just too delicious for words.
Timmy has a few words for zombie Charity.
Watch it, Timmy.
Oh, chill, hag bag. I have more important things on my mind than my little boy toy here, huh? Like Teresa, eating out of the palm of my hand. I just love that she's going to be blamed for bringing chaos and mayhem to her own hometown. Oh, I just wonder which one of her loved ones she's going to hurt first.
Do something, Princess. This is terrible.
Would that I could, Timmy.
No one can stop me. No one. That's what I love about being me. I always win. Oh, now that the door to evil's ajar, all I have to do to keep it that way is make sure that everybody in Harmony is 6 feet under, including the two of you.
I am Julian's rightful widow. And everybody in this room knows that he could not wait to divorce you and marry me. And that's exactly what he did. So you can't just turn back the clock and undo your divorce just because you want to.
Mother, please.
What? What, now my own daughter is turning against me?
No, not at all. But I'm sorry, I have to side with Ivy on this one. She was married to Julian for over 20 years. She's the mother of his children, and I would really hate to think that my future husband could just go off to some island, get a quickie divorce, and leave me with nothing to show for it. It's not fair.
Thank you, Gwen.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's just what I believe.
Look, don't worry, Gwen, that's never gonna happen to you.
I should hope not.
Look, if anyone needs me, I'll be in the library looking up cases we can use.
Do you mind if I join you?
No, I'd like that.
Did you see that?
It looks like our wish may come true. Ethan and Gwen are growing closer and closer day by day.
All the more reason to set our differences aside and banish Teresa from Ethan's life forever.
Ethan's life? We're going to banish her from everyone's life.
Hey, Charity's always liked my stir fry. We could do an Asian theme.
I don't know, Mom. I mean, it is her 18th birthday. Come on, I think it should be different.
Hey, I went to this one Come As You Are party once. You should have seen some of the outfits these kids showed up in.
What are you guys doing?
That is for us to know and you to find out.
I hope you are not planning my birthday party.
Oh, you didn't change your mind, did you?
No, Aunt Grace. It means so much to me, especially after the way I've been acting. I'm so sorry.
Forget it. You know, you're under a lot of pressure.
Well, whatever caused it, I feel so bad about it. And I promise you, I'm gonna get back to my old self.
Sweetheart, it's okay. We love you however you are. Right?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Hey, now that you're here, you can decide whether or not you want dancing.
Well, absolutely. I love to dance.
Charity, I don't think this is such a good idea.
What?
You know, the way we're dancing, we're supposed to be cousins, right?
Yeah, right. You ever heard of kissing cousins?
Okay, yes to dancing. So then how about music?
We can ask Chad. He's the best DJ around.
Oh, sweetie, I don't know. I mean, your parents really don't want you or Whitney to
They're
be-
completely wrong about him, Mrs. Bennett. I mean, he would never do anything to disrespect me or her. You know that, don't you?
Oh, please, please, Aunt Grace. I really want him there, and it's my party.
Well, I don't really know what'd be wrong with it. I mean, Sam and I are gonna be here. However, I am going to ask your mom first.
Okay. But, Aunt Grace, just please tell her how much I want him there. He's been a really good friend to all of us, and I think that it would be wrong of us to turn our backs to him.
You really are back to your old self, aren't you?
I told you.
Oh, Miguel. He won't even know what hit him.
Don't they make a beautiful couple?
Perfect.
You know I always loved Gwen as my own.
Oh, yeah, that's until you took Teresa under your wing and encouraged Ethan to abandon her.
I never encouraged him to do any such thing. I will admit that I was bamboozled by Teresa in the beginning. She fooled me as much as she fooled Ethan. I can't believe I was actually taken in by that wide-eyed, innocent act. I honestly thought she could make Ethan happy, though.
Yes, and you could have destroyed your son's life.
You don't need to rub my nose in it, Rebecca. I'll regret that decision as long as I live. The important thing is, I know what Teresa's like now.
A viper through and through.
Yeah. Let's just hope Ethan realizes that. You saw how he wavered about her last night.
Don't worry. With our help, he will see her for what she is, and he will be done with her for good.
From your lips, Rebecca, nobody deceives Ivy Crane. Oh, the fairy tale is over for Cinderella. It's pumpkin time.
Don't I deserve anything for what Julian has cost me?
I know that he played a huge role in you losing Ethan. But I'm telling you, you can't go against Ivy and Rebecca, or you could lose even more.
Well, that's impossible because there's nothing more that I care about.
Oh, don't even give me that. Okay, I want you to admit it right now. There is some part of you that's hungry for the Crane money and power.
Well, since when is it a sin to want more than what you came into this world with?
Since it's the same fortune that Ivy and Rebecca claim to be rightfully theirs.
Well, they're wrong, Whitney. It's mine. Okay, Julian divorced Ivy, and he married me. And the annulment was invalid since we lied about consummating our relationship. And the baby that I am carrying inside me is proof of that.
You could be pregnant with Julian's septuplets, and it would carry no weight with them.
Ivy and Rebecca don't scare me. And they can't just ignore me and pretend that my baby and I don't exist. They owe me.
You should get something. I agree. Okay, but you can't just walk into the Crane mansion and just attack Ivy and Rebecca and expect to come out the victor.
Why not?
Well, for one, they're too mean and too proud to allow that to happen. And secondly, this isn't all just about being fair. Your motives are based on an evil bargain you made with Julian's damned spirit. You know that I'm right, Teresa.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Where are you going?
I told you, the Cranes.
Have you not listened to a word that I've been saying?
Not to fight, Whitney, you're right. I'm not gonna be part of any plan hatched in hell.
Well, thank God for that.
Okay, I've just come up with a way to appease Ivy and Rebecca and still provide for me and my baby.
Oh, sorry to intrude, Grace, but Timmy heard something about a birthday bash for charity, and he wanted to offer our services.
Well, that is so sweet. You know we're going to ask both of you anyway.
Oh, you're so dear.
Yeah, we thought you could do tricks. Magic tricks.
Excuse me?
You know, like taking an inanimate doll and showing us how to make it turn into a real-life little boy or girl.
Okay, Reese, you know what? That's enough.
Everyone is so sick of hearing your theories about Tabitha and witchcraft.
Oh, it's all right, dear. He's just got an overactive imagination. I was his age once.
Like 1,000 years ago.
Reese!
Sorry.
I think that this is gonna be the best birthday ever.
I hope so. I want to make it one you'll never forget.
Charity. Sorry. I need help with the invitations. Oh, okay. Can it wait? I'm kind of busy right now. Actually, no, it can't. If we're gonna get these invitations out on time, I need you to sign off on who's coming. Now. Okay. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay, Charity, I want this to stop. Right now. Excuse me? You cannot hit on Miguel like that, okay? I'm not gonna have it.
Oh, and just how do you plan to stop me? By telling everyone the truth? I'd think about that if I were you, Kay. Unless, of course, you want everybody to know that the real beloved Charity is trapped in ice, and it's all because of you. You see, Kay, I can do whatever I want. And that includes having sex with Hunky Miguel.
And I appreciate what you're doing for me.
Oh, I just want to do what's right, you know?
Even if it means going against your mother?
Ethan, I love my mother, but it doesn't mean that I agree with what she does all the time.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Although in this case, I agree with mine. No, I just feel after all the years she was married to Julian, she has the right to his name, home, and fortune.
Well, Teresa wouldn't agree.
I guess I'm not saying that Teresa hasn't suffered at the hand of Julian. You know, I'm the last person that wants to cause her any more pain, but I just don't view their marriage as legal. Because neither one of them intended to marry the other, and they were drunk during the ceremony, and they had no idea what they were doing until they saw the marriage certificate.
Teresa is carrying Julian's baby.
Yeah. And she and the baby deserve compensation. But that's nothing compared to what's owed to my mother after all the years she stood by Julian's side and quietly put up with his infidelities.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you on both counts. I think that your mother should be named Julian's legal widow, but I don't know, Teresa should get something too, right?
That's pretty generous of you, considering your history with Teresa.
Well, fair's fair, Ethan.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, not many women would be that compassionate. I mean, they would rather forfeit fair play in order to punish their old competition.
I'm not that petty.
Yeah, I know. You're very special. I've always known that. I guess I'm seeing it more clearly.
Our #1 priority is to remove Teresa from our lives.
She asked for it when she threatened to have us thrown out of here. Have you ever heard of such audacity?
I am not leaving my own home.
Nor am I. Oh, no. If you have come here thinking that you're going to evict either Ivy or me...
That's not why I'm here. I need to talk to you. Both of you.
Well, you have nothing to say that either one of us want to hear.
Well, I'm sorry, but this is important. I mean, things got way out of hand last night, and I'm here to make peace.
And you expect us to believe that?
Well, it's true. I don't want to fight either one of you. I think that we can all act like mature adults and come to some sort of agreement that works for all of us.
Oh, she's got to be kidding.
How stupid do you think we are?
Well, I don't. Not at all.
Well, you must, if you expect us to believe anything that comes out of your lying mouth.
But I'm being sincere.
Sincere, Teresa? You wouldn't know sincere if you fell over it. No. Anything you have to say, it's just another ploy of yours to gain entree to a world into which you were not born. But I get it now. Oh, you realized last night that you don't have a legal claim on Julian's name or his estate.
No, that is not true. I have a very strong claim if I choose to use it.
Oh, in your dreams, Teresa. No, Ivy is right. You came here to cut some kind of a deal because you figured out that if you go against the two of us, you're going to get nothing. Now, you may be good at getting what you want, Teresa, but Ivy and I are better.
No, you've got it all wrong.
Have we? Why else would a girl like you come here to make peace?
Because I realized that the way that I acted last night was beneath me, and I want to work things out nicely.
can the act, Teresa. Whatever you're selling, we're not buying.
I thought we should talk for a minute. Alone.
I know what this is about. Miguel, I have been awful to you lately. I'm so sorry. I really don't know what got into me. The only thing I can think of is that I was having those premonitions of you leaving me for Kay.
I just don't know where they came from. I love you, Charity, not Kay.
I know that now. I do. I guess for a while I wasn't sure, and it made me act in ways I never would have dreamed of. I love you.
You don't know how glad I am to hear you say that. For a while there, I thought I'd lost you.
Never, Miguel. I want to show you how committed I am to our future together. I want to do what we talked about doing when I turned 18.
Are you sure you're ready? I mean, especially after everything that's happened.
More than ever, Miguel. I cannot wait to make love to you.
Did Princess just call Timmy's name?
No? Why?
Somebody did.
Timmy?
Did Princess hear it that time?
No. Nobody's calling your name. Don't be silly. You're probably hearing the wind rustling in the trees outside.
Timmy doesn't think so.
Timmy! Timmy! You're wasting our time, Teresa. Why don't you just crawl back to the gutter you came out of?
I came here in good faith.
Now you are making me laugh.
She means what she's saying.
Oh, Whitney! You are so naive, it is pitiful. Have security send someone. We have an intruder.
Oh, stop it, Ivy! Stop it right now! What has happened to us?
What are you talking about?
When you first met me, you liked me right off. You said it yourself. You said there was something about me that reminded you of yourself at my age. Ivy, I am still that same girl that you met that day, even if I have made a few mistakes.
A few mistakes? If that isn't the understatement of the new millennium.
Mrs. Crane?
Yes! He was speaking to me. Throw this person out of my home immediately.
What is going on here?
Nothing that concerns you, Gwen. Teresa is just up to her usual shenanigans.
No, that is not true.
Gwen, please, can you tell me where Ethan is? I know if I can just explain it to you. Let me go.
Ethan is none of your concern anymore. He is on my side, in case you've forgotten. You lost all credibility with him because of all of your lies. He knows what you're truly made of. In fact, he left specific orders for you to be thrown out of the house should you show up.
I don't believe you, Ivy.
Oh, it's true. I heard him myself.
In fact, he said that he's going to be working day and night to make sure you don't get a dime of the Crane fortune.
Oh, it's like taking candy from a baby. Piece of cake. Oh, we beat her handily this time, and we will do it again if need be.
By lying to her? I can't believe what I heard come out of your mouths.
You saw me try, Whitney. Right? You saw me try with your own eyes.
I know they were terrible.
Well, I won't put up with it. I won't be treated this way.
please, don't go back to
I'm
what you
gonna
were
get
thinking.
everything that I'm entitled to, Whitney. I will. If I have to deal with the devil himself.
There you go. Oh,
Thanks, Mom.
wait till you try Mom's tomato soup cake.
I already have, and I love it.
That's good. Thank you.
I thought everyone should know, Charity and I are officially back together. We just had a really good talk, and I told her that I'd help her through any fears or premonitions she has in the future. If we deal with them together, they'll be less powerful.
Sounds good to me.
Welcome back, Charity. You know, I have to admit the truth. We were all kind of worried about you.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Frankly, I scared myself. And I really want to thank each and every one of you just for sticking by me, and I cannot wait to repay you. Especially you, Miguel.
Hello? Is anybody here? Jimmy could have swore he heard somebody call his name. Maybe Tabby was right. Maybe it was just the wind.
Timmy! Timmy!
Mrs. Bennett?
No. It's Grace's twin sister.
But she got burned in a really bad fire and she died.
That doesn't mean I don't need your help.
But how? What could Timmy do?
You can help me save my daughter Charity and Miguel before it's too late for both of them.